This is one of the most exciting things on my channel. It's the SP Spartan series, and I am the Pro Spartan Gamer. We've been waiting a long time to bring you this. It's PES 2014. It's the Master League series that caught the imagination of loads of you last year on 2013. With a dramatic commentary, with the Stimmiches, with the Willie Santanas, the Nathan Ecclestons and the like. And it's here on 2014. We've been waiting to get hold of a decent option file. We knew it was going to be PES Worlds and Glenn the Magpies and the one that we wanted, and it came out last night. I've imported the SP Spartan kits that if you've seen an earlier video you would have seen. Obviously you'll see them in the flesh now and in game as we go through the 4 different kits that we've got. I've also added Yeovil Town to the other European teams as I live quite close to Yeovil, and we've got the Sky Bet Championship, which is obviously the league that the SP Spartans will start in on their quest for the Premiership, and bigger fruits in the European Champions League hopefully further down the line as we get deep into this Master League, as we usually do. There's no second chances. We don't sort of get bored of it after half a season. We shall be here hopefully right the way up to PES 2015 with this series. Hopefully we can get plenty of seasons in, and hopefully some more glory into that trophy cabinet of the SP Spartans. Last year's PES 2013 we managed to win the FA Cup only the once and the Premiership title only the once. You can check all that out on www.TheProSpartanGamer.com. It's the blog, my blog, and it will be following all the stories from the SP Spartan series this year as well. But without further ado, let me just show you what we've done so far. As you can see, it's the first day of the season. We've done nothing really apart from being assigned the manager of the SP Spartans, and we've gone into the team, the default team as we always start with. And we've put a few people up for sale, quite a few actually. I think it's more than half of the list here we've put on the market. We want to get rid of as many as possible, and we want to look to changing this squad to mould it to the tactics that we want. Let me just show you a little bit about the tactics and my idea for who we want in the side, etc. I've actually changed all the tactics. I'll show you some graphics in a bit more detail of that as well. So this is going to be the starting graphic. We're going to go in with 4 at the back, 2 holding midfielders there, and they're going to be the destroyers. They're going to be the ones who win the ball and give it simple. They're going to be vital in this formation, I think. Then we've got the 3 attacking people. Just ignore the names because hopefully they're going to be different people pretty soon as we get into the transfer business. We're obviously not going to get rid of all of these initially, but hopefully a fair few of them. Those 3 people there across the attacking midfield, the right, the left winger and the one in the middle, are obviously going to be important. They're going to position switch quite a lot. I've got that stat on quite high, and we're looking for a mobile forward in this formation. This is going to be the one we set out with most of the time, and as you can see it's possession game. This is going to be the one that we go in and we look to get players for. So we want mobile. All of those front 4 have got to be quite mobile. The middle 2, where Voloman and Jakamak are at the moment, they've got to be big, strong, defensive midfielders who are decent at passing and can win the ball. And we want fullbacks that can push on as well, left and right fullbacks. I'll show you that in more detail as we look at this other chart now that I'm just going to put up on the screen. Yeah, you can see there from the blue dots how that's going to work with the fullbacks pushing on, with the front 3 moving around wherever you like, and that's going to be the main default one. So I'll just let you look at that for a minute. Yeah, so that's very important we get the right type of players for that formation. Let's show you the second formation now. This is going to be used probably, I don't know, the first formation isn't working and we've got sort of 60-70 minutes in, or even half time if we're really struggling. We're going to go back to front a little bit more direct. We're going to have 2 out and out wingers, and we're going to have probably a bigger striker up front as an option. And as you can see, we've got 2 attacking midfielders looking to run past the striker, and sometimes, and maybe that striker drops back. I'm not saying the striker from the other formation can't play this role. He may well be able to. Only 1 defensive midfielder in this one, but we're just going to look to move it back to front a little bit quicker, pop in the long diagonal ball to the wingers sometimes, even go up front to back quicker to the main forward and look for him knocking on and holding the play up. So I'll just show you that graphic as well in a bit more detail. There you can see, got the wingers really pushing on, 2 attacking midfielders looking to get past the striker, and that central midfield destroyer just popping in there. Hopefully these graphics help to give you a better idea of it. I thought they were quite good. To show you what's going through my mind as we start a Master League. I'm very excited about this. Sorry if it's coming across really like that, but I've been waiting for this since the game came out a month ago, and it's a big moment for my channel. Hopefully we're going to get some new viewers. Hopefully the old viewers from last year are going to come back and be excited about what we're doing, and we're going to recreate some of those great moments of commentary like we had last series on 2013. You know, it's going to be a mixture of live comms and highlight packages and massive transfer searches for players, you know, putting on favourites list, searching Chile, Argentina, you know, Asia, everywhere this year. I think there's over 10,000 players on the game this year, so you know there's going to be some hidden gems we're going to be looking forward to get them and turn them into Spartan folklore like the ones from last year, like your Willie Santanas and his Stimmages. Right, the final sort of formation that we've come up with is if we're losing badly or we really want to go for it, it's an all-out attack. We're going to have 3 at the back, 2 wide men, 2 sitters, destroyers, 1 in the centre mid, and 2 attackers. Probably a little and a big man up front. Depends if you get, you know, decent mobile strikers that score goals. And it doesn't have to be a big and a little man. It can be whatever works. And I'll just put up the graphic for that so you can look at that, guys, as well. There you see 3 at the back. We've got the sitters covering across the wings as well. Really mobile attacking midfielder and some pacey wingers to get up and down and hopefully supply ammunition for those front 2. They will sort of go wide as well to pick up and run the channels, drop off and pick up balls in the hole as well. So we've got it all going on with that one, but that's the 3 main formations. Obviously they don't work or we can't get the players we want, then we will look to be flexible and change them. But that's what's going through my mind as the manager of the SP Spartans at the moment. Hopefully that all makes sense to you guys. And next up in this first episode, it's going to be looking at what people are available in the transfer window. So hopefully there's going to be some bargains out there. I've got a couple people in mind that I want to put on the list. I don't know whether we're going to be able to get them or not. So we haven't got a lot of money. We're 348th in the club ranking, as you can see. I think we've got about 5 mil to spend. It's not a lot. I would love to sell a couple people. That would be awesome. List of targets. We'll go on the list of targets and see if there's anything that floats our boat. Christ, there's some 51s and 49s. That is desperate, Dan, isn't it? I don't see anything really at the moment. Let's just sort them into rating order. Some of them might even be off the 28 centre back. Let's just see. So he's got strength in air, he's got physical strength, he's not got a lot of speed about him. Not bad on the second page. Form of 4, not the best. So he's the best player on there. Christ. There's a defensive midfielder. He's not big, he's only 173 and he's in decline. There's no real youngsters jumping out. I know we might not be able to get youngsters straight away, you know, and it's probably going to be one of those things that you're going to probably be looking at just getting a side to get you out of this division to begin with. So at the moment there's no one really on our list of targets that is springing to mind there at all, which is a bit disappointing because they're obviously cast iron signings. We haven't looked in the youth team yet. Let's just have a look what's appearing in the youth team this year. Again, we'll do it like that. Arkman. We've had him before, Arkman. He's okay. He's got a little bit of pace, elusiveness, dribble speed 73, explosive power 79. I don't know. We'll put him on the back burner and see. Maybe he's the one that will come up from the youth team. I don't want to bring too many up from the youth team. What about this? K. Peterson. That's a new one. I've never heard of that name before. Prolific winger. Can play up top as well. He's not got any yellows at all yet. Form of 7 though, that's quite good. Scissors, faint and precise touch and incisive run. So he's one that perhaps might tickle the boat. Nothing there at the moment that's really making me. I know Newer was really good last year, and obviously the goalie that we had, Norman, big old Norman, I expect he's in here somewhere, is he? Don't see many goalies in here actually. Didn't see big Norman in there. Wallace is the only goalie. I know. Kitsmard. There's no big Norman in there. Peterson might be an interesting one. I don't know. He's in decline, it says there, which is awful. Anyway, let's have a look then. What we're going to do, save you hanging on for all this. We're going to leave you now for a minute. I'm going to go through and put a lot of people in my favourites window. And then I'll come back and show you what's in the favourites window. So it'll only be like that for you guys, but it might be a couple hours for me. So don't go away. The Spartan series is hotting up, and you will see some action later on in this episode. Don't worry about that. Right, I told you guys I would be back, and it is a couple hours later in real life, but obviously seconds in yours as you're watching this. I have 42 in a favourites list. I think I got down to about 1,500 out of the 10,000 players, and down to about a 30% chance of signing them. Obviously Griezmann at the top I've got no chance of signing. I just wanted to see what players were like of Spartans of old, and Griezmann was one at Real Sociedad, and I got no chance of signing him. I've got to decide who I'm going to bid for now, because there's only 4 weeks in this transfer window, or 4 slots on the new pairs, and you get an answer straight back, and you can't really afford to make too many mistakes or you could end up with nothing. I wanted to concentrate really on the spine of the side, unless there was anyone that really come out and grabbed me anywhere else. I've got some really good players on this list, but some of the percentages are below 50%, so I'm not sure how that's going to happen and work for me. They are in order of ratings at the moment, so you can see I've actually got a few 80s and high 70s, which is optimistic I expect, but I'm going for optimism. And we go right the way down. We're not signing anything. Well, 70 because he's only 18, but that's the sort of what we've got really. So let's just show you the percentage chances for all of these guys. So Lallana from Southampton, 39, which is decent chance I suppose. Shakhtar Donetsk was a place we went, and there's an awful lot of good players there that says you've got a chance of signing, and he's one. Tayson, obviously Argentina as well has been a good place to pick up some reasonable players. This JM Rogers, 30 from the Chilean league, 50% chance. This one here looks quite interesting from the Dutch league. Hocker, again he's quite old, but you've got to look at short term to get you up into the league. I don't up to the Prem. I don't think you can look at signing too many for the future at the moment. I'm just showing you the sort of people we're looking at. A lot of late 20-year-olds here as we're coming down through the list. These two here look very interesting. I don't know if we've got any chance of Alan Patrick or Alex Texia. I can't say it, and you know I can't. If you listened to me last year, you'll know exactly how it works. I just make up names for them. Obviously Wellington Nem came in the late stages of season 7 in last year's Master League, and if we can get him, that would be fantastic. Fred really excites me. I've played him in expedition games and he's really good. Mustafi, ex-Everton youngster, would be a good signing at centre back. This guy looks quite decent. Helfredson, he can hit a ball as well. Ricardo Fati, he's one that really did interest me in that anchorman role for those two defensive players. So now we've got to decide who we're going to go in for in the first knock-ins here, in the first real efforts of signing someone. What do we do? Where do we go for? What chances do we take? We've not moved any further on yet. This guy was one that I was quite interested in because his stats look quite good. Elizu, a few yellows there, which is always good, and a couple there, kicking power and speed, look very decent. Box to box, probably might have to play in centre midfield in that sitting role if we had him, but he can play a right back and right wing as well, so he's quite. So that is going to be my first bid. Is going to go on him. There's a new screen for bidding. We've got 3 more. So we put in for a full transfer for him. He's quite expensive. If he comes, we're not going to be able to sign too many of that sort of size transfer, which is the only concern I have. The other one I'm definitely going for, because I'm going to take a pot shot on him early on, is Fred. I don't think we'll get him. I expect the fee will be quite dear, but he's very good. Obviously very good. Annual salary's high. He's going to be... I'll tell you what we're going to do with him. We're going to go for a loan deal. Just because he's too much to sign on a permanent at the moment, I think. So that's 2 real big bids we've gone for there. We've gone... I wanted Ricardo Fate. He was another one that I was looking for. The chances of him are 41, so it's not that good either. I think this first lot of bids can be... Again, his salary is quite high, but we will go in for him on a permanent. And we've got 1 more bid. We're going big early. It gives us a chance to pull out if it doesn't work out later on. Just have a look at these percentage chances as we come down through here. Got to make sure we need to sign a striker as well. That is one thing that is quite important. Obviously, bang the goals in. Jordan Rhodes there. Yunus Ahmed. He looked quite handy, I think, from memory. Not amazing. We're getting down there. 70% chance for Fella. He's a young gun. He might be the one we go through at the end. Those 2 at the end. Nathan Redmond. What a good signing he would be. See, from Norwich. Although it doesn't look as good as perhaps he should be there. Tough to know, because you know how important it is going for these bids early on. I mean, I like the look of him. In fact, he's going to have my last bid. Ricardinho. And it might be a loan move. It is going to be a loan move. So we're mixing it up with a couple loan moves and a couple other moves. That's what we gone in with. You're going to stay live with me. Hopefully we get at least 1 is what I'm hoping for. This forward time all doesn't take very long here. Next, so just to recap, I've made the Spartan side. I've used another European team to do that. I've imported an emblem. I've imported the kits. I've made the pings myself, or the PNGs. We're sponsored by Sony and PlayStation 4 this year. Kits can change. In terms of being fixed, oh, we've got someone. At least we've got someone. Don't know who. Hopefully it might be more than one. If it is, fantastic. That's a good start. It's Alizu is the one who went for first of all, so that's good. And also Fred, fantastic news. And Ricardo Fate. Oh, and Ricardinho broke down, but we've got 3 of the 4 Spartans are coming in early. Just have a look. Calm yourself down, Owen. Calm yourself down. You got a bit carried away here. We've got a couple decent players here. Just see how much we're going to have to pay for them. 1,500 and a 3-year deal. I'm just going to accept it because I can't muck around too much here because you haven't got time to. So, first signing is Elizu. We'll get some way of pronouncing it in the end. But he's here at the club. The Brazilian. Great news that. Soon to join the club. We're having Fred on a loan. I think these 2 were loan deals, but they were for a year. Ooh, big deal. Could make the difference, though, could get us up. $1 million, and we're going to go for it. He was the one I really wanted, and I'm going to get him. Right, we're going to have a look then. We may only get 3 or 4 players in. Ricardo Fatti, I think we went for him on a loan deal as well. Let's just see what the deal is looking like. No, it's a full transfer. Oh my giddy aunt. Where does that leave us? What a deal though for Ricardo Fatti in the first season. He could have the armband. 5-year deal as well. We're going for it. We are going for it here on the first episode of the SP Spartans. We've got 3 big boys in. We may not have any money left. God knows what's happened there. Money's down to 458, and we've got 3 big boys in. Oh, right. We need to sell someone now, probably. You can't do nothing, so we've got forward time anyway. So let's forward time and get these players in. You're going to see them coming up on the screen, hopefully. I don't know which one it'll be. Exciting times. 3 really good signings, to be fair. So there you see, 3 new players have joined up to the squad. 1 on loan, 2 permanents, don't forget. What a great start for the Spartans, and they'll be wearing a Spartan kit very soon. I'm going to show you highlights of this friendly match, just to wet your whistle for what's to come. The first proper game in the championship, Sky Bet Championship for the Spartans, is Reading. And who is it? We don't know which one it is. I think that's Elizu, or is it? No, I think that's Ricardo Fatti. There he is in the Spartan kit. What a masterpiece he looks. Fantastic news. So, club operating costs. Let's just have a look. Oh dear. I don't know whether we're in trouble with that already. You can manage multiple clubs. We know that. We won't hopefully be doing that unless we get sacked by the Spartans, which hopefully ain't going to happen. Down to nothing. Let's just have a look. I think it's in my team. Team info, I think, is where you look at this expenditure. Let's just have a little peek and see what's happened. Oh, minus 455. Hopefully we'll sell someone. I don't think we can go in for anyone else at the moment. Let's go to game plan and have a look what that means, because we can put these new guys in, and we will be putting them in. So let's just show you where they're going to slot in the new system. Fred will come straight in, and he will go in that role there. May even go wide. I know this is a decent guy, this Gazalia, or whatever his name is, so he's going to go in there on the bench, but probably may come into the team at some point. Ricardo Fatti, definitely going to slot in there, no question about it. Fantastic signing, and alongside him will be Elizu, who I know is going to be more of a mid. Let's just have a look. Don't know if he's better if he goes to ordinary midfield there. Select role. No, he's so no worries there. The armband is going to be given to Ricardo Fatti. They've come into the side. Giacomo can slot in at centre back now, which is good. We've improved that area. Voloman or Voldemort or whatever you call him is going to go on the bench there instead of Queenborough. Okay, so we've not signed a keeper, which I was hoping to probably, and we've not signed a centre forward, which is the 2 things that are a bit of a concern. We've gone for the midfield and we've bolstered that tremendously well. Really delighted with our signings there. I don't know how you tell if anyone's in for any of your own players. My team, I don't know. Let's have a look in squad list. You're learning it with me a little bit because I've not done a Master League before. I don't know whether if we click on that, whether it shows if anyone's interested. Don't think it does. What about over there on that side? No, I don't know how you tell then if anyone's interested in any of your players. If you know, put a comment down the bottom, because I don't know at the moment. Right. Negotiations. We will go back in and have a look to see if we can sign a striker. Obviously it's going to have to be a long shot on someone now. He's not got a big annual salary, this guy. He's a youngster as well. He's got decent speed. Improta, don't know if that's how you say it. Or this guy I was quite interested in, Yatabarian. Again, his annual salary isn't a lot. that's the guy we're going to go for. I think it wasn't bad, was it? 44. We'll go for loan deals now because we can't afford anything else. So yes, we're going to go in for a few loan deals here, guys, before we leave you until we come back for the game against, I'm not sure it is, it's a friendly, but we'll be coming back for that. We're just going to show you who we're going in for. So we're going for loan deals for Mustafi, the centre back, Yatabara, the forward, Bayabek, play on either flank, got a bit of pace about him. Crazy though what we're doing here because we've got not a lot of money really. And this guy Hooker, he was one we quite like the look of on the left wing. I think that's the guys that I sort of had in my mind that I was going to go for if we didn't get the others. So yeah, that's where we're going. We've not got a lot of money. Forward time, we really need to sell someone to make this work for us. Let's see what happens there. Hopefully someone else will say yes. If not, it's a friendly against a team I've never heard of. Probably a made up team. What is happening then? Is anybody else coming in? Yes, we've got more transfer deals fixed. We've got a training match against Coquelin. Is anybody wanting any of our players? Because that's the thing. Broke down with that forward. Broke down with Mustafi. Broke down with Boyderbeck. Chance of Hooker, the left winger. He was decent though. Decent bit of speed about him. We might make it happen. Let's see what the deal is. 700. We're going to have to adjust that because we've not got that amount of money. Don't expect it to come now. To be fair, we can only manage 450. It's pointless really going in for anybody else if this is the way it is. It's a long first episode, guys, but you've been waiting for this for a long time. You know you wanted it, and this is obviously me moulding the team. We're going to forward time, and this will be highlights of this game, guys. Let's just run you through the strips and everything here, and obviously the game plan. We're going to play in our home kit. There it is. But we've got a choice of 4, which is fantastic. There's the home kit. Second kit. When it loads. Got 4 really nice kits. That's beautiful as well. That's the away kit. Well, you know, we've got 4 kits. We're not sure exactly where we're going to wear them. Obviously blue and white. And you'll hear blue and white army chanting in the background and everything. There's the third kit. And the kit that's changed from the video I'd done, which was looking like a more of a Man City kit, a couple of people commented. We've gone for blue and red because we've got red on the Spartan feather there, as you can see below in the badges. So there's a bit of red coming into the kit, and as you can see, that's a very nice kit as well. 2 by Sony, I think it is, and 2 by PlayStation 4 on the transfers. But we will be going in with the home kit for this game. It's not going to be massive highlights. It will be a live highlight feed as always with me. No sort of commentating afterwards. But just so you can see the new people and how we get on and what the team's looking like in the flesh. We'll just check on the game plan, dudes. And then we'll bring you the highlights. So yeah, I mean, El Azou's on a down, which is not a great start. There, we want to make sure we've got some of these better guys on the bench. And I think the other goalie there is slightly better as long as he's on an up. He is on an up. Obviously we've got the heart function as well to remember. Van Boren over there on the wing is not looking too healthy. What's Fred like over on the wing? 73, that's a shame. Because I'd have liked to have brought Gazalia into the team. We're just going to move him over slightly. Can he get him in? Sort of an attacking mid as well there. Let's have a look. Attacking mid but down the wing. Hopefully. Yeah, they are. That's not too bad. And we're going to go in with this guy up front. to begin with. Varatov, I can't say it. God, we can't say these things, can we, very well? Anyway, that's the team we're going to go in with, guys, and you will be there with highlights coming up soon. Don't go away. Oh, and they scored in behind. Lazy at the back. We really are struggling with this team at the moment. Find any momentum here. Ball come in. Couldn't deal with it. Here the Spartans trying to lift us in the background. The Spartans fans. It's been all them really. Apart from a couple runs from Fred. Ball come in. Keeper started to come but didn't get there. And easy finish. Poor marking in the middle. 1-0 down here. Doesn't matter. It's only friendly. We want to look at the side like I said. But not a great start. Oh, shame we've got the fullback bombing on nicely down the left there. Exactly what we wanted. Strandberg's going to have to chase this. Who's slow back there? Can't get him in. It's 2-0 and the defence is a worry at the moment going into the season. Christ, it's a worry. We're caught square there. Bit of goal celebration there from the guy. Alright. Yeah, you scored. It's only a pre-season friendly, no need to do the bloody jive or something. God's sake. Caught square at the back, we're pushed up too far the back line. I'm going to have to drop that deeper a little bit there, I think. Fred can't get free enough. Push and go. Looking. Good play, Alazu, come on. Lost out again. "3-0. Clumsy stuff here. What a first episode this is going to be for you guys at home if it carries on like this. And he's got 2 now. Real clumsy effort back there. God's sake, what are we doing, Spartans? It's going to be a tough season if it stays like this, that's for sure. Half time, and Christ, I'm going to be throwing teacups galore here. Awful first half from the Spartans. New players didn't impress. Ricardo Fatti there with the armband. Christ, we need something, guys, I tell you. Okay, we've made a few changes, well 3 changes in fact. Fred's gone out on the left. Alazu's gone into a more advanced position. Ricardo Fatti is the only sitter now. And defensive line is a lot deeper, as you can see, and we got Mindinho on up front. We're going to try and go back to front a little bit quicker if we can, just to see what happens there. It's been an awful first half. That was close. That was nearly 4-0. How close was it? Decent effort. Oof. Thank goodness this ain't the first league game, that's all I can say. Great turn that. Fred. Great from Fred Gazzalia, surely! Oh, best chance for the Spartans. Great play from Fred. Been impressive. He's the one default player that we look like we're probably going to keep at the moment for a while. I'm going to call him Gazzalia. I know that's a plant. Hopefully he's springing to life. Good header. Oh, unlucky. Good ball. He's in again, is he? Great play from Fred. That's what we signed in. Fred's got the first goal. Fred has got the first goal for Spartans. The loanee from Shakhtar Donetsk has shown what he can do. And look at the Spartan kit. It looks fantastic. It looks beautiful. And that is the first goal of 2014 SB Spartan series. And it's Fred. He dropped his shoulder. He drove into the space. Opened up in front of him. And bang! Left foot into the good finish. Great stuff that. There you see him dropping his shoulder, driving him through. Look at the kit, it looks marvellous. Number 30 Freddy's bagged the goal, and we're off and running in the Spartan series of 2014 on pairs. Fantastic. Can we come back into this game then? 70 gone, 3-1 down. I doubt it, but it's a better second half performance. Let's just say that much. Good ball, turn of defence. Ricardo Fatty should come and win that. Fatty, good run from him. Fred. Fatty. Oh, loses out. He's looked a lot more positive. Fred out on the wing now. They really are switching play lovely. Unlucky. 3-1, but there was good signs in that second half, guys. And I'm going to wrap up this episode 1 of the SP Spartan series then on PES 2014. Great to get the series going eventually. It's been a long wait. I know you guys have been patient, and thank you for that. Many views as possible. Tell your mates about it. A sub will be great, and I will be back very soon for episode 2, which will probably be the conclusion of the transfer window and that first game in the Sky Bet Championship against Reading Football Club. It's at home at Spartan Park, and it's a big one. Hopefully we can get our side sorted out and put in a better performance in that friendly game. I'm not too bothered about that, nor should you be, because the Spartan army will be flying high. I've been the Pro Spartan Gamer, and cheers dudes, catch you next time.